I feel the need for speed. Yo, what's going on YouTube and Vivians, Vivamites, Ecomi homies, and Ecomians? It's your boy, the Gale, back at it again with another brand awareness video. So I figured I'd get back to my roots and cover one of Veve's known partnerships with General Motors. And it's just going to be like a book report. If you're not familiar with my content, I already have a playlist of brand awareness videos covering known partnerships where I basically just record my research. This is research that I was going to do anyway, so I figured I would record it and just share it if you guys wanted to hang out and follow along with me and see what I find. And that's what this video is going to be. General Motors and car collecting and its connection to Veve. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, actually, I forgot to mention, if you want to follow along, you can bump up the speed to 1.5x to get through the content quicker if you want, or just watch it at normal speed. It's up to you. So with that being said, let's get into the content. So as I was making this video, Veve tweeted that it's announcing its first NFT drop of Season 2 tomorrow. Any guesses? And within a minute, it got 100 likes, 26 retweets, and about 80 guesses. So that's just a sign of things to come. Veve still has less than 100 followers, 100,000 followers. So it's going to get crazy going forward. But I guess Monster Hunter, but I think it's either probably going to be Jurassic Park or Star Trek, or maybe even General Motors. So I'm going to post this video, and that would be something if they came out with their first series of cars. I had to give myself a pat on the back for that one if that was the case, but I can't wait at any rate. So now let's get into the content. So we first came about this information in a Medium article from March 2021. Way back when Ecomi only had 11,000 users, and the top two purchases was the secret rare Moogly for 2,888 gems, and back when Donnie sold for a little under 2,000 gems. If we only knew, right? If we only knew. So let's scroll down here and it says, new license announcement. In the past week, we also revealed another massive license and brand partner, soon to be released on Veve, General Motors. This announcement comes ahead of the release of the Ghostbusters Ecto 1, and soon you will be able to collect your favorite vehicles from Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac, as well as GM's range of never-to-be-produced concept cars. General Motors joins the ever-growing list of brands and licenses to join the Veve platform, and is soon to be released amongst other incredible global fandoms. And then we scroll down here and it says, in case you missed it, you will also be able to drive your collectible vehicles around in augmented reality. Check out this tweet for a little preview. So we'll click on this just in case you haven't seen it. This is the DeLorean that we already have. You see the wheels turn, it's interactive. And then if you wait a little longer, you'll notice that it's drivable, which is very cool. So we've experienced a little piece of this during the DeLorean drop, but they took the feature away. It'll be added later, so don't trip on that. So now we're going to pop over here to Wikipedia, the world's most trustworthy website, for a little history lesson on General Motors. If you're not a car person like myself, then we can breeze up on the history a little bit. So General Motors Company, GM, is an American multinational corporation headquartered in Detroit, Michigan, that designs, manufactures, markets, and distributes vehicles and vehicle parts, and sells financial services with global headquarters in Detroit's Renaissance Center. It was founded by William C. Durant on September 16, 1908, as a holding company, and the present entity was established in 2009 after its restructuring. The company is the largest American automobile manufacturer and one of the world's largest automobile manufacturers. Let's scroll down here. At its peak, GM had 50% market share in the United States and was the world's largest automaker from 1931 through 2007. As of 2020, General Motors is ranked number 18 on the Fortune 500 rankings of the largest United States corporations by total revenue. General Motors manufactures vehicles in several countries. Its four core automobile brands are Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac. It is also either owns or holds a significant stake in foreign brands such as Wuling, Baojun, and Zhifeng. Annual worldwide sales volume reached a milestone of 10 million vehicles in 2016. So one thing I thought was interesting was, if you didn't know, that Veve is the first digital collectibles platform committed to being carbon neutral with their NFTs. And if you look over here, General Motors, the largest U.S. automaker, plans to be carbon neutral by 2040. So it's cool to see that both of these companies have their priorities aligned. So it's possible that in the near future, General Motors might start promoting their Veve's NFTs themselves once it's time to make the announcement. I can see General Motors pushing it kind of heavy because it's another way to promote their cars as well. And yeah, promotion doesn't hurt. We'll take all the publicity we can get. Okay, so I thought it would be interesting to see what card collecting is all about. Why do people do it? And, whatever else goes into it. So I stumbled upon this article, so I'm going to be picking this article apart piece by piece. I think it's some interesting quotes in here. So the title is Not a Toy. The title of the article is Not a Toy. Why people pay 5 figures for insanely detailed models of their favorite cars. Miniature replicas of real collector cars hold an exclusive appeal and price all their own. So it says, a fine car model is like a song. It can take you back to a specific point in your life, like a race, says Kurt Carlson. To me, models are more than an object. They are an emotion. So I'm going to skip his little backstory there. Let's keep going. Collecting model cars. It's a bigger pursuit than you might imagine, at least among automobile aficionados. Put away thoughts of a Hot Wheels grab bag carted around in a rolling plastic storage case. These 1/8 replicas are hand assembled and usually start in the low 5 figures. One-off special orders can run to $85,000. This is a miniature Ferrari 250 GTO. It's accurate in intricate interior details. So let's check that out real quick. So you see all those details there. It kind of reminds me of the DeLorean that Ecomi has. Like, it's pretty detailed, and it's actually animated. So that'll be interesting to see what they do with these General Motor cars. So let's keep reading. They're like mechanical watches, real craftsmanship in a digital world, says Carlson. Models let me have cars that I could never own. Advocates include watchmaker extraordinaire Richard Mille, who puts them in his showrooms, and Rob Dyson, former race car driver and owner of the Dyson racing team. So that's an important quote. Models let me have cars that I could never own. I think that'll play a huge role going forward. As in many collecting enterprises, only a small niche of makers quench the thirst. Many companies around the world produce smaller and less complicated 1/18 and 1/24 scale models, and there are private individuals that produce 1/8 models in extremely limited numbers. But England-based Amalgam Collection is the key player. It produces around 1,000 models per year and has relationships with major OEMs like Ferrari, Bugatti, and Aston Martin. If you're buying a 1/8 model for thousands of dollars, chances are it comes from Amalgam. It says the target is to produce a model that looks exactly like the real car, says Sandy Copeman, the company's director of brand. There should be nothing that gives the game away. The undertaking to achieve that authenticity is daunting. Details are so precise that a classic Ferrari model might have 72 spokes on its wheels. Amalgam often gets specifications and even CAD drawings from the manufacturer, or, in the case of vintage or collector cars, measurements are taken from digital scans and photos. There are different levels of builds, which influence the price. The simplest have no interiors and blacked out windows. The priciest include sumptuous interiors, and functional parts. The doors, hood, trunk, and gas cap actually open, for example. So here's another interesting segment. It says McMahon has more than 200 models in his collection, and by necessity, they are all over the house. Every model is in an individual display case. He says it didn't take long to learn that dusting these things is an impossible task. You just have to protect them and handle them as carefully as possible. Asked if anyone actually plays with their cars, Amalgam's Copeman pauses. There's not a lot you can do with them without taking enormous risk. You could scoot one across the floor if you were crazy enough to do that, but I've never seen it done. So that part struck a chord with me, because as you know, Veve's cars are going to be drivable. You're going to be able to size it up to scale, probably walk inside of it, see the interior, which may or may not be interactive or animated, and it's going to have a whole lot more utility than even these model cars. So if we can get these car collectors to come on over to Veve, and if we can provide them the cars that they actually like, I think they might prefer the digital NFT version to the actual model car. Especially if they make them limited quality or limited quantity and high quality, then that's going to be a huge factor, and that could bring tons of revenue to Veve, as well as a whole new wave of car collectors. And then that'll introduce them to the other NFTs, and they'll see that Batman's on board, and then they'll, it's just a trickle down effect. It's a ripple effect that is nothing but positive for Veve and its investors. And lastly, but not least, to drive us home, obviously the world has changed recently, and many people are hesitant to buy luxury objects. But Copeman says Amalgam has actually seen an uptick in interest. We're up against it at the moment, he states. We're facing ongoing issues of logistics and delivery, but I don't think we'll have a problem in the long run. We're seeing an increase in online sales and inquiries. Our clients are cash rich and time poor. Right now, they're at home, and they've got the time, and they've got the cash. So Veve won't have any problems delivering their cars because it's all digital and it's all on the app. People can peruse through the app without leaving their house. They can purchase it in an instant. They can play with it in their showroom. And I'm sure they're going to be a lot more affordable than these model cars, and probably higher quality, most likely, with more utility. So by working with General Motors, one of the top automobile companies in America and like top 20 in the world, I think General Motors might have an edge on the competition by being partnered with Veve. And once other companies see that they are benefiting, it's only going to want to make the other ones get on board, if we don't already have other companies on board. So this is a sleeper of a partnership, I think, and has a huge possibility to take Veve into the mainstream, as well as to one of the top grossing apps, and whatever else that comes with making a lot of money. So I'm not a car person at all, so I was interested in seeing what the top 10 most influential General Motors cars in history were. So I landed on this page, and so we got this car right here, the 1937 Chevrolet Carryall Suburban. I'm not familiar with that one. The 1940 Cadillac Series 90 V16. It kind of looks familiar to me. 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air. That one I think I recognize. 1959 Cadillac Eldorado. That one I kind of recognize as well. 1963 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray. I believe I recognize that one. 1966 Pontiac GTO. Yeah, I'm not sure myself. 1969 Chevy Camaro. Definitely know that one. Let's see. 1987 Buick Grand National GNX. Don't know that one. We got the 1989 Cadillac Escalade. I'm familiar with that one. I think that was in Set It Off. I like that movie with Queen Latifah. 2014 Buick LaCrosse. Don't know about that one, but anyway, I think I recognize that one too, if that's one of them. But yeah, I think car collecting can be a possible profitable thing. I don't know how many people collect cars out there. I know a lot of people collect the actual cars, but I don't know how many people collect figurines or like miniature versions. But I can see Veve making this interesting enough for people to like want to hop in and see what it's about, and especially if GM starts promoting itself, then it could be something pretty big, I think. So Comey specifically said that we'll be able to purchase concept cars that never really came out into production. So I thought I'd take a look at some. So this is a concept car that I would be very interested in buying. It just looks very cool and futuristic. Looks like a Tron car from the movie Tron, like a light bike or whatever. Let me get back into that. And so let's just scroll down and see that's okay. I like that one. That's pretty futuristic. I'm all sci-fi and tech. Like I want sci-fi looking stuff that doesn't really look like anything out there right now. That's kind of cool with the back out like that. That's kind of nice. It's like a truck / car. I would buy that. Add it to my collection. Let's keep scrolling. I like the color. That's kind of nice. And especially when we can drive these in the Veveverse. Ooh, I like that one too. Yeah, it'd be nice to have like a collection of cars, and it would be really cool if like they can add like special abilities to different cars or something. I don't know, or if you could like pimp your car out to make it customizable, so that it looks nothing like anything else out there. On Veve. See what this is talking about. Ooh, let's visit that one real quick. Yeah, I like that sci-fi stuff, man. Look at that right there. Self-driving car. Oh, that's totally cool. Look at that interface. Yeah, I can see Veve messing with something like this. They could spruce it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look at that. Now that's what I'm talking about. I'm down for concept cars. Yes, yes. And back when I was doing earlier research, I remember seeing this car on David Yu's Instagram. This is why we do research, so when the time comes, we can make those connections. The dots can connect, and we can put 2 and 2 together. So this is a Mercedes / Avatar concept car back at CES 2020. So David Yu liked this car right here. He liked it enough to post it on his Instagram. So I'm willing to bet any kind of money that we're going to see this car down the line on the Veve app. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And that's Mercedes, so I think that's GM, right? Maybe not. Look at that interface. It's very futuristic. That's what I'm here for. There's Mr. David himself, and there's the car side view. There's the interior, and there's the pretty cool wheels right there. So yeah, expect some pretty cool cars on the Veve app, probably this quarter. So that's the video, my friends. If you made it this far into the video, I want to thank you for watching. And if you learned something or enjoyed the content, if you could help your boy out with a like, I'd appreciate that. That could be a good deed for today. I would appreciate that. And then, yeah, General Motors, man, it could be a very lucrative as well as just a fun partnership to have once these cars start dropping and people catch wind of what's going on here. I think it's gonna, give Veve that slight boost, just one more leg up to the moon, one more ring up the ladder, however you want to put it, to the moon. We're going to the moon, and I think the moon is just a pit stop to Mars. So we are on our way, and I'm looking forward to that, as well as whatever they announce for the drop tomorrow. I'm going to be in there trying to get whatever, that ultra rare. So, yeah. Thanks for watching again. I appreciate it. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just your everyday genius who does his research and due diligence, and I'm just sharing that with you guys. I'm sharing my findings and my opinions. That's all these are until Veve announces stuff officially. So with that being said, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace out, and just have fun. Have fun with it, guys. This should be fun.